An officer is shot in the city, the second in less than 2 days. Only this time, police say he was shot by someone completely unexpected.
Timing out the big chill, how low those wind chills will go by morning.
From Broadway to books and more, New York Live with Shelley Williams and her favorite spots you may not know about here in the city. Hey, what's up and welcome back. I'm Kay Ingram and this is News 4 Now for January 20th. Now today, an NYPD officer is recovering after being shot through the door of a Staten Island home. It makes it the second NYPD officer to be shot in less than 2 days. The latest happened this morning in New Springville. The NYPD tells us a detective, Dominic Libretti, was serving a drug warrant at a home when Nelson Pizarro shot at him through the door. Thing is, police say he wasn't even the target of the warrant, but started firing his Beretta handgun after seeing cops. He was arrested along with the guy they were originally looking for, who cops say was out on probation. This is the second officer shot in the city in less than 36 hours. An officer was shot in the leg Tuesday night after a scuffle with a teen suspect. He has since been released. Also in the Bronx, police are looking for the gunman who opened fire, hitting a baby girl with a stray bullet. Surveillance video shows two men running after each other and firing shots on East 198th Street last night. The 11-month-old was sitting in a parked car with her mom when she was hit in the face by one of those bullets. The little girl will turn 1 on Friday. All right, now on to a News 4 exclusive and what many people would probably call the unfathomable. A woman is suing a Brooklyn funeral home, accusing them of mishandling her mother's body. 78-year-old Nancy Dariella died in August after a battle with cancer. Her daughter says the R.G. Ortiz Funeral Home in Williamsburg was supposed to have her cremated, but she was buried at Pottersfield on Hart Island instead.
My mother had a family who loved her, who wanted to do the right thing, and she was put in a place where, as if nobody cared.
According to the medical examiner's office, the body went unclaimed for more than a month before being sent for city burial. A worker at the funeral home tells News 4 they will get the body back this week. Dariella's daughter says she is also trying to recover her mother's remains on her own. Frightening moments on the ice at a New Jersey lake. With body cam video rolling, a skater falls right through the thin ice on a lake. Police first went to the lake around 5 p.m. on Sunday after getting a call that a man on a dirt bike fell through. They say a second man who tried to help him also fell in, and then a woman trying to help first responders.
And this female was going to assist Pinoza with getting my life jacket and the throw bag out to him, and then she fell in. I get about midway out, and the ice starts cracking.
Officers had to shimmy across the ice to get to the victims. They were able to pull the three of them to safety. They're all expected to be okay. Officers say this is just another reminder to stay clear of thin ice. We all know she reps the boogie down Bronx, and now rapper Cardi B is doing something pretty huge for her borough. The Bronx-born rapper says she will cover funeral costs for the 17 victims of last week's Bronx apartment fire. City Hall announced that the Grammy Award winner is partnering with the mayor's funds to ease the financial burden for the victims' families. In a statement, Cardi B said, quote, "I cannot begin to imagine the pain that the families are experiencing, but I hope that not having to worry about the costs associated with burying their loved ones will help as they move forward and heal."
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa, and our little bout of wintry weather is done as far as the snowfall. That has moved off. Still left with mostly cloudy skies, but you can see by tomorrow morning we have another issue, the cold temperatures. Down below freezing for the afternoon and evening, and by the time we wake up tomorrow, the wind chill factor, those northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, will keep that wind chill near zero for the city. You can see north and west will be dipping down below zero. That's how it will feel like. And with temperatures for the day barely getting out of the teens, it is frigid. So waking up on the thermometer down to 14 in the city, 10 for White Plains, 7 in Poughkeepsie, into the teens from Long Island and down the shore. High temperatures not far off from this.
With live Broadway back in full swing, few creators are making a name for themselves like Shelley Williams. And now New York Live has caught up with her to find out how she is changing the game via books, Broadway, and beyond. Shelley Williams is a force to be reckoned with. She's taken the theater world by storm from Broadway to the West End, directing shows like the forthcoming Aida revival and the highly anticipated Hidden Figures musical. And now she's out with her first book, Your Legacy. Today I'm meeting up with Shelley at two of her favorite spots in New York City to talk about all of it. Shelley, first of all, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you just got back from London where you were working on Mandela. We're going to a couple of your favorite spots. The first one is right here on 42nd Street. So where are we and why?
Well, 42nd Street is where my dreams came true. This is the only place I wanted to be. And when I finally made it here, this was everything.
It's a little cold out here. Can we head inside?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go.
So we're in a room that not a lot of people know about. It's called the Disney Loft. And it is a space where mostly creatives come and work. So this is where we do table reads for shows. This is where you'll work on like new songs. And so it's a real creative hub.
Well, I love a good bookstore. Tell me why you chose this location.
I love this store so much. This is Books of Wonder. And everywhere you look is a magnificent book for your child.
And we are here because we are celebrating your first book. Congratulations. So you're already an accomplished director. What made you want to add author to your resume?
I don't know that I was necessarily trying to add author to my resume, but I did want to have a conversation with my children about their enslaved history. Often when we talk about enslaved people, we begin the journey on the shores of the Americas, when in fact their journey began in Africa, where they were free, where they had families, where they thrived. So for me, I wanted to begin the story about the dignity of the people and not about the oppression that was thrust upon them.
Naturally conceived triplets are extremely rare. It only happens every 1 in 10,000 pregnancies. So imagine the odds when one local hospital welcomes 2 sets of twins in just 2 days. News 4 Adam Cooperstein introduces us to the 6 bundles of joy.
1, 2, 3 babies for one mom, and 1, 2, 3 for another. 2 sets of triplets born at the same hospital 2 days apart. That's Luz Cruz from Queens and her triplets.
Hola.
And that's Yasmin Hoyos from Brooklyn and her 3 little angels. All of them girls.
Natural, spontaneous triplets, not IVF.
Very, very rare.
Yeah.
Dr. Ugochi Akoma delivered both sets of triplets in November at Jamaica Hospital. Until then, she says, they went years without delivering any triplets.
It's a miracle all around.
And not just because the chance of having triplets is 1 in 10,000, but because these are high-risk pregnancies. And even though all 6 babies were born prematurely and needed to spend weeks in the NICU, they all came home healthy last month.
We were expecting a lot of trouble, but fortunately, they had a smooth sail.
I will start with baby A.
Keeping them all straight, that can be tricky. There's Celeste, Alma, and Sol, and Eliette, Arlette, and Akoma, named after Dr. Akoma. Yasmin explained why through a translator.
Last minute, I told my husband that I'm gonna name the babies Akoma, Eliette, and Arlette. And he asked me, Akoma, I've heard that name before. And I told him, yes, that's the name of the doctor.
So is this it? Or will these triplet moms go for double trouble?
No, I don't think so. I think that one shot and that's it. No more babies.
I personally know, but my husband wants to try for the boy.
Or maybe 3 of them. Adam Cooperstein, News 4 New York.
All right, friends, well, that's it for today's show. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you back here tomorrow.